Hello, this is lesson 64, and these are the starred problems. We did lesson 64 practice set in a previous video, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, still practice. Okay, the taxi costs $2.25 for the first mile, plus 15 cents for each tenth of a mile. For a 5.2 mile trip, Eric paid $10 and told the driver to keep the change. How much was the tip? We got a lot of steps in here, so let's see if we can figure this out. So we have it's $2.25 for the first mile. And then it's 15 cents for each tenth of a mile. Okay? So for a 5.2 mile trip, so 5.2 miles, we know for the first mile, it's $2.25. And then we have 4.2 miles left. Okay, so we're going to multiply that by this. Actually, no, we can't do that because we need to know how many tenths are in this. So let's go ahead and divide this. And we get 42 tenths, which means we're going to multiply this by 42. And then we're going to add this. Okay, so we have $2.25 for that first mile, right? Which gets us to 4.2 miles. We figured out how many tenths were in that mile because it's 15 cents per tenth. So let's see, 42 times 0.15 cents. So this part is $6.30. Okay. So first mile and then 42 tenths. So this is how much he was charged, how much Eric was charged. So $4.30 plus $2.25 is $8.55 was how much he was charged. He gave him a $10 bill and said keep the change as the tip. And the tip is actually what we are looking for. So if we take $10 and subtract $8.55, we get that he gave him $1.45 as a tip. It's a lot of steps. Let me know if you have questions on that one. Write an equation to solve this problem. So we are translating a math problem or an English sentence into a math problem. It says what number, so that's always x, is this equals 5/9 of is times 100. If you were going to solve this, what I would do is I would put the 100 over 1, and then I would multiply it out like a fraction problem and then divide. But it only says write the equation, so that's the equation. Okay, next color. The temperature at the center of the sun is super hot. And I'm supposed to write words? Okie dokie. So this is going to be 1.6 times 10 to the 7th. It doesn't say write it in standard notation. It just says write the words. So I'm going to write the words. A red blood cell is about 7 times 10 to the negative 6th. 7 times 10 to the negative 6th. All right. Oh boy, we get to compare. So let's see. 1.6 times 10 to the 7th is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 16 billion. Awesome. That's obviously going to be larger than this one. This one, since it's a negative, is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the decimal is going to go there. So you have 16 billion, or you have 7 millionths, I think. Okay. Which one of these is larger? Well, this is this and that, so that's going to be larger. And then remember, when you have this negative exponent, it's 1 over 2 to the third, 1 over 2 squared. So what I have here is 1 over 2 times 2 times 2, or 1 over 2 times 2. So this is 1/4, and this is 1/8, and 1/4 is larger. If you need to find a common denominator here, you can multiply by 2, and it's 2/8 versus 1/8. Okay, this is what this is where we have our addition. So addition rules. Remember, same sign, add, keep, different signs, subtract, larger. Okay, so here we have the same sign, negative 63 plus negative 14. We're going to add 63 plus 14. And we get 77, and we're going to keep the negative sign. Okay, on B, we're going to do it 2 at a time. Let me go ahead and get a different color. So negative 16 plus a positive 20, they're different signs. We're going to subtract. 20 minus 16 is 4. Keep the sign of the larger. And then we have 4 plus a negative 32. So since they're opposite signs, we're going to subtract. 32 minus 4 is 28. And I'm going to keep the sign of the larger, which is the 32, so that's negative. And then here we have negative and a negative, so that means we're actually going to add them. So 1/2 plus 1/2 is 2/2. We keep the sign, and if we reduce that, that's -1. Okay, on 2 separate stock trades, Mrs. Miller lost $327. So we have -327 plus a -327, and then she gained $280. What is the net? Oh, my bad. I thought it was 327, 327. It's just 2 stock trades. So let me erase that. It helps to read the problem thoroughly. So this is -327 plus that. So they're opposite signs, so I'm going to subtract 327 minus 280. I get 47. And since 327 is larger, that's a negative. So she lost $47 on her stock trades. The figure below shows an equilateral triangle inscribed in a circle. What is the measure of the inscribed angle BCA? So BCA. It's inscribed because the point is on the circle, okay? And it's asking what this is. So if all 3 of these are equal, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide 180 by 3 and get 60. So the measure of this angle is 60 degrees. And then it says, select a chord of this circle. So remember, a chord starts and ends on a circle. So like CB is a chord, BA is a chord, AC is a chord. And state whether the chord is longer or shorter than the diameter of the circle and why. This is kind of tricky because the diameter is the longest chord. It goes through the center of the circle, and we don't have that here. So if this is the center, this would be the diameter, and it would be the longest chord. So any of these other chords are all going to be shorter than the diameter. Okay, what is the probability of rolling 10 with a pair of cubes? This is a little difficult when you don't have the sample space right in front of you. So let me see if I can do that for us. All right, so if you look at the bottom of page 260 in your book, there is going to be a sample space for when you roll 2 dice. You're good. It's okay. If I'm looking to get a 10, there are 3 ways to get a 10. So the probability of a 10 with 2 dice. There are 3 ways to do that, but there are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. That's out of 36 total possibilities. It really helps to look at the chart on the bottom of this page. So then I need to reduce it, and I get 1 over 12. So let's see. Okay. All right, this one looks like fun. So we're going to do our exponents first. So I have 3 times 3 plus 4 times 4 over the square root, we're not scared of that, 3 times 3 plus 4 times 4. Okay, so let's do our multiplication. So 3 times 3 is 9, plus 4 times 4 is 16, over the square root of 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4 is 16, 9 plus 16 is 25. Square root, I'm not dealing with it yet, 25. Now I need to deal with the square root of 25. The square root of 25 is going to be 5. You have 2 in the house, you take 1 out. 5 into 25 is 5. Okay, symbols of inclusion. Okay, so let's write down all the stuff I'm not going to deal with just yet. I can do 5 times 4, I can do 20, plus 3 times 2 plus this is 1. Anything to the 0 is 1. Okay? So I'm writing everything down just like it is. I took care of that, so that's 20 plus 3 times 3. Okay? 100 minus 20 plus 20 plus 9. Okay? Now I need to do what's here. So I have 20 plus 20 is 40 plus 9, so I have 100 minus 49, which is 51. Okay. Write the rule of the graphed function in an equation. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and make a function table because I think it's a little easier to see. So we have 0, 0. I have 1, 2, 2, 4, and 3, 6. It looks like we're multiplying by 2. Okay. So y is equal to 2 times x. It says then name a pair that's not on there. So since it goes this way, we don't know that yet. So let's do 4, 4, 8, right? 4 times 2 is 8. Good deal. Okay, parallelogram. Find the measure of. Let's go ahead and write down what we know. I know that 58, this is also 58. Okay. I also know that a plus b, or any, a plus d or d plus c, whatever, adds up to 180. So 180 minus 58 is going to give me 180 minus 58. This is 122, which makes this 122. And then I know 58 plus this is 180, so that's 122. Now let's see what they want us to find. Let's see. Angle B, we did it, 122. B, C, D, 58, because these are the same and those are the same. BCM, which is over here, is 122. Oh, that's it. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.